Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another day. Just gonna give everybody a couple more minutes to hop on, then we'll get started. We'll get started. All right, it's 7:03. We'll hop right into it. Don't want to waste nobody's time. Welcome back. Good morning. It's a great Friday. Another blessed ending to a week, right? So, welcome back to another day of the Daily Dose, the number one daily morning mastermind show in the world. Just want to get everybody started on the right foot this morning. We're gonna close out the week on a strong note. And I am your host, Philip Jones. So we'll hop right into the verse of the day. Ephesians 3:20. Now to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in us. As we've been going through this verse this whole week, it's just been a blessing to me, especially uh as an entrepreneur, as a I'm still an employee, as a person who has dealt with like injuries. There's just so many things that God has done, you know what I'm saying, in my life, just reflecting on how he already did exceedingly abundantly more than I could ask or think, right? And then now I'm just continuing to live life and move forward. And it's so I guess joyful and peaceful to know that, God got a huge, huge plan for my life. So just want y'all to think about that as well as y'all go through life and remember that God is on your side. And like last week says, like, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. And then this week is just talking about he's gonna do more, way more. So that's always a lovely thing to just think about and to know and to always reflect on. God is just so good. I hope this verse has been a blessing to y'all this week like it was tomorrow. We'll go ahead right into the business topic for today. Boom. So this is going to be the top business books. And this is like a personal list that I feel like, and I definitely want other people to chime in. And maybe y'all got some other books I haven't heard of or haven't read yet. So I'm going to just go through it. Traction. Traction is a book that really outlines how your business should be ran as far as an operating system standpoint, when you should have meetings, when you should do uh, different things, how you evaluate your employees, how to sell your core values, your core focus, everything like that. You want to make sure that you definitely check out Traction as you starting to grow your business. And that's a book that I would say you want to read immediately, right? One of the first books to read. Never Split the Difference. That's a book about negotiation. Is written by a former FBI hostage negotiator, and he titled it "Never Split the Difference" because sometimes when we negotiate money, we can go, okay, I offer you want 50,000, and I offer 40,000. You say, okay, let's just meet in the middle, boom. But in a hostage negotiation situation, it's life or death, so you can't get a half life. So he really walks through the process of understanding how to negotiate and also how to give the other person really how to find out what the other person truly wants and how to give them what they want while also receiving what you want at the same time. Will highly, highly recommend Never Split the Difference. Profit First is a book that teaches you about the principles of paying yourself first when it comes to business and how to take your profits first and not start paying out everything else. This is just a different mindset to get in. I would recommend that book. Good to Great is a book about how to take your business to the next level. It says it right there in the title. Really, it's all about understanding where you are now. It talks a lot about how some businesses don't get to the next level and how what are the qualities of the business that do take it to the next level. The lean startup, that's just all about starting your business with limited resources, as the least resources that you have. You want to make sure that you definitely check out this book. It just allows you open up, expands your mind to be resourceful, right? It expands your mind to be extremely resourceful about the things that you have going on. Extreme Ownership is a book written by Jocko Willink, and that he is a former U.S. Navy SEAL. And if you don't know anything about Navy SEAL, so they go through like the most strenuous training. They're like the top of the Navy, right? As far as they go do the most extreme missions and all of that type of stuff. But he just talks about when you're a leader, how to take extreme ownership of whatever is going on. So if you are the CEO, you're the head of your business, you're the head of your family, and really all of us, we're the head of our lives. We got to take extreme ownership. We can't just let stuff happen to us. Or when it does happen to us, we still got to own into what we played into that. The next one is called The E Myth, and that is a book about employees, how to hire employees, and really how to set your business up so you can have employees, right? You want to make sure that, like I said, we're scaling, we're getting into a position to grow businesses and allow us to give other people high paying jobs. The Go Giver is a book all about, we always hear the term, you want to be a go getter. You want to be a go getter, go out there and get it. But the go giver is more so flipping that mindset to going out and putting stuff in the world and giving people what they want, right? Is you still gonna try, saying, of course, to earn business and to solicit business, but at the same time, you're providing value. You're thinking about providing value first rather than receiving value first. So it's just a mindset switch. How to Win Friends and Influence People, classic book. It's really about how to that can be from networking, that can be from getting a mentor, that can be from to help you with your employees. This is all about just how to really understand people and how to connect with people at a different level. And like I said, how to influence people, how to get people to do not well, you can use it for manipulation. You can if you want to, but I'm not necessarily saying influence as a form of manipulation. It's just more so if you need somebody to get on board with what your vision is how to influence and help them to do that. And then The Art of War. That's a book not about business, but it's literally about war. So you want to, and when you get into certain, yes, there's abundance of business. Yes, um, competition is false and real at the same time. But sometimes some businesses, some industries are extremely cutthroat. And The Art of War is a great business. I mean, is a great book to read just to understand how to, win the war, how to wage battle with your mind and how to, be very strategic in the things that you do when it comes to business. So that's my list. I don't even know if this is 10. Oh, I was 10 on the head. But this is my list of top business books to read. Anybody got any other suggestions of business books that they would like to share with everybody? Cool. So yeah, those are some books I would highly, highly recommend to read as it comes to when it comes to business and just learning more about business. So now we have, oh wait, in the chat, let's go. Clockwork. So Christina put in the chat Clockwork. Um, The Five Dysfunctions of a Team. I read that book. That's a good book. Um, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Think and Grow Rich is a good business book for sure. Well, it's like a personal finance book, but it also helps you to understand how to get what you want in business as well. The 48 Laws. That's a good book as well. 48 Laws is kind of similar to The Art of War. It really helps you to understand about mindset and get really, really attacking and getting what you want. Cool. So yeah, we'll hop right into the self-development topic of the day. We got developing a growth-oriented vocabulary. So a lot of times we can be in situations to where, well, we know that first of all, life is in the power of the tongue. And I heard something, it was like, I don't know, it was like 2 years ago, and it just blew my mind whenever I heard it. But they say it was like they say, dang, I can't even think. Oh, they say whenever you talk, you casting a spell. That's why you call it spelling. And I was like, like my brain could have exploded out my head. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Because it's so true. But in the words that we say out into the universe, right, they mean things. That's why I tell people a lot of times like words mean things. Like you don't just say stuff to say stuff, right? That's so important to understand that, right? But just developing a growth oriented vocabulary instead of being like, if this will happen, we want to start saying like when this will happen, when I will get this raise, when I will get this new client, when I will be helping, when I will start being consistent with whatever I'm trying to be. Instead of just saying if, we're saying when because we're believing that it's going to happen, right? We're believing that God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can ask or think. Saying I get to over I have to. Sometimes we get into a thing like, and I do this a lot myself. This is for me as well. So it's like instead of saying I have to do something, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to go do that, I have to do this. It's more so looking at like, okay, I get to do this, I get to whatever it is, I get to make an impact doing this, I get to go exercise so I can be healthy, I get to eat this meal right that I don't want to eat, but it's gonna help my body. Like I get to whatever it is, instead of saying I have to, just start saying I get to, or I'm happy that I'm able to, right? Another thing just to actually literally grow our vocabulary is gonna be to get a thesaurus and learn new words, right? It's important that we stay on top of our vocabulary because that's one of the things that separate us when we start getting in those rooms. You start saying words that people never heard of, or you start using words that aren't really that common, those can change the game. That'll just set you apart on a mental standpoint. Keep a word journal. So if you hear a word, you're talking to somebody, you hear a word, you don't know what it means, take a note of it, write it down, put it in your phone, and then go look it up later. Just keep a word journal on you and just learn new words all the time. Yeah, it's so fun because, like I said, you can use that to your advantage. Just start you and let it roll off the tongue whenever you're talking, and be optimistic, right? Instead of saying kind of like what we talked about earlier, but if don't say something like, "What if something bad happens?" Right? Just what if something good happens? What if this amazing thing happens to me? What if I do win? What if I do something great? Right? Instead of just being like, "Okay, what if something bad?" Right? Immediately being pessimistic. So, wanna think about that. Anybody got any other ways they try to have a growth oriented vocabulary? Kamisha put in the chat that Google has a word encourager. What is that? So it sends you new words every day with the definition. I never even heard of that. So that's what's up. It's extra cool. Tashina put reframing helps change your point of view on things that happen in your life as well as things that you want to happen If you want something to happen, speak as if you know it's already happening for you. The tongue is super powerful. Agreed. Tongue is super powerful. So there's some great suggestions. Want to make sure that you are just thinking about that as we close out the week. Um, Gas station monitors share a word of the day all the time. Yes, they do. And there's so much power in marketing influence. That's 100% facts. Want to make sure that we understand that and understand how we can use that to our advantage in our industries, in our business, in our professional careers. Right? It's so important. The vocabulary is so important. I use the word galore a lot, actually in real life. But so that's cool, yo. I'm gonna have to check that out, the Google joint. So that's awesome. See, and that's why I started this to learn something new every day. So Google has a thing on Facebook, all of y'all, that sends you words uh with the definition every single day. That's a great way to learn new words and get your mind up. But yeah, anybody got any other comments about today, about what we talked about for today?
Good morning. So yeah, I definitely think this is a really good topic. Um, I think increasing your vocabulary can definitely help you communicate more effectively. And like you were saying with sharing your vision, you can be way more accurate or spot on with doing that. And I think I missed what you were saying about the word journal. Were you talking about like affirmations, like writing down affirmations?
Oh no, like just um if you hear a word, just jot it down to yourself and learn it. And like if
Oh,
you hear a new word,
oh, okay, cool.
yeah. But yeah, it's all great stuff. Just wanna remind everybody that soon, hopefully Monday or Tuesday. Like I said, I've seen people who like the actual post. I will be trying to go ahead and record an ad like how the Zoom show it right now, just for like people up there with their faces so that we can record it quickly and just go ahead and create that ad so I can start getting this all out. So yeah, I appreciate everybody. Christina put in the chat expanding vocabulary also helps with imposter syndrome. We talked a little bit about imposter syndrome a couple of weeks ago. That can be detrimental to a new entrepreneur. That can be detrimental to somebody starting out or trying to grow in their career. So increase your vocabulary, increase your mindset, increase yourself. Right. God is great. And I will keep everybody updated on when I really would like to get everybody on Zoom. And I appreciate everybody for joining. Hope everybody has a great, blessed weekend. And remember that God can do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can ask or think. I'll see y'all Monday at 7 a.m.